It was a rainy evening in London, the kind where the city lights blur into golden streaks against the wet pavement. Inside the Grand Theatre, cameras whirred, the audience buzzed with excitement, and 4 judges took their seats for another night of talent auditions. No one knew that a single boy, barefoot, shivering, and holding a microphone as if it were his lifeline, was about to change everything. His name was Miguel, a 14-year-old Filipino boy who had arrived in the UK with his mother only a year earlier. They had come in search of a better life, but reality was harsher than the dream. His mother cleaned offices at night, often coming home exhausted with barely enough food for them to share. Miguel never complained. Instead, he carried an old guitar, scratched and missing a string, to the parks of East London. He sang for coins, hoping to help pay rent. Music, he believed, was the only thing that kept him and his mother's spirit alive. That night, standing before thousands, Miguel seemed too small for the vast stage. The audience whispered, some skeptical, some curious. A boy like him? In ragged clothes, trembling hands. But when the soft guitar chords of Hotel California began to echo through the hall, something unexpected happened. Miguel's voice rose, clear, soulful, and hauntingly beautiful. It wasn't just the song people heard, it was his story woven into every note. Each lyric carried the weight of nights spent hungry, the hope of a mother who sacrificed everything, and the quiet dreams of a boy who wanted only to be seen. The judges leaned forward, their usual poker faces melting into wide-eyed awe. By the time he reached the chorus, something magical happened, the audience began to fall silent, as if afraid to breathe. Miguel wasn't just singing, he was painting with sound, memories, struggles, and the essence of resilience itself. His voice trembled not with fear, but with raw emotion that no amount of training could ever teach. Halfway through, he closed his eyes and added his own twist, a sudden, soaring high note that wasn't in the original. It was unexpected, fragile yet powerful, like a cry from the depths of his soul. And in that single note, the room broke. Tears welled in the eyes of strangers. One judge, known for his tough exterior, quickly wiped his face, trying not to show his emotions. The song ended. Silence. For 3 seconds, the world stood still. Then, as if an invisible dam had burst, the theater erupted into thunderous applause. People leapt to their feet, clapping, cheering, screaming his name. Miguel stood frozen, clutching his guitar, unsure if he should bow or run. He wasn't used to applause. He was used to passing faces on the street who barely noticed him. And then it happened. One of the judges slammed the golden buzzer. Gold confetti exploded from above, raining down like blessings from the heavens. Miguel's eyes widened as he looked up, glitter sticking to his tear-streaked cheeks. He dropped his guitar, covered his face, and sobbed openly on stage. For the first time in his life, he felt seen. The judges rushed to embrace him. "You don't just have a voice," one whispered. "You have a gift that touches hearts. You reminded us why music matters. It's not about perfection. It's about truth." Backstage, his mother watched from the shadows, hands over her mouth, tears streaming down her face. She had always told Miguel that his song would one day change their lives, though she herself had secretly doubted it. Now, under the falling confetti, her son's dream had taken flight. News of his performance spread across the UK overnight. Clips of the Barefoot boy singing Hotel California went viral, reaching millions around the world. People from every corner of the globe sent messages of love, support, and even donations to help Miguel and his mother. Suddenly, the boy who once sang for coins in the park was being celebrated as a symbol of hope, courage, and the power of music. But Miguel never let fame change him. He used his newfound platform to raise awareness for struggling immigrant families like his own. He spoke about kindness, about how one act of compassion, a judge pressing a buzzer, had the power to transform a life. And everywhere he went, people listened. The boy who once felt invisible had become a beacon of light. His story wasn't just about music, It was about humanity, about how sometimes, the world needs to be reminded that greatness can rise from the humblest of places. And in the end, Miguel would always say the same words in every interview: I wasn't just singing for myself. I was singing for my mother, for the people who are unheard, for every dreamer who thinks they're too small to matter. You do matter. Your voice matters. Never stop singing. That rainy night in London, a barefoot Filipino boy sang his truth, and the world cried with him. From the confetti-strewn stage to the hearts of millions, his journey became a living reminder that kindness, courage, and hope can rewrite any story.